Okay, what if you could take a completely random thought and just poof, turn it into a song, instantly? Well, that's not science fiction anymore. Google's Gemini app just got a seriously creative upgrade that lets you do exactly that. So today, we're going to break down how you can now make your own music with just a few words or, get this, even just a picture. You know that feeling, right? You're on a walk, or you have some hilarious inside joke with a friend, or you're looking at an old photo and you think, man, this moment needs a song. It's that feeling of having a great idea but maybe not having the skills or the tools to actually make it into music. A lot of us have been there.
Well, that gap between idea and creation, it's officially closing. Fast. With this latest feature in Gemini, pretty much the only thing standing between you and a custom track is the idea itself. The whole barrier to making music is just getting lower and lower.
So what are we really talking about here? This is a huge leap in creative expression. We've seen AI generate text, we've seen it generate incredible images. Now we're jumping into the world of sound.
Here's the core of it. You can now go into the Gemini app and turn a simple text prompt or even an image into a 30-second piece of music. And the engine behind all of this is a brand new, super advanced AI model from Google DeepMind called Lyria 3.
Honestly, the best way to wrap your head around it is this. You know how AI can create a picture just from a description you type in? Well, this is the exact same concept. But instead of a picture, you get a song. It's a creative prompt, but made for your ears.
Okay, so that's the what, but how does it actually happen? How does a simple thought become a track that you can actually listen to and share? Well, the process is surprisingly simple. Let's walk through it.
It is so easy. First, you just describe what you're thinking. Could be a mood, a specific genre, a silly story, whatever. Then you hit go, and Gemini's AI just works its magic, generating a totally unique track in seconds. And once it's done, boom, you can download it or share it with your friends right from the app.
And you can get really creative with these prompts. I mean, check out this real-world example. A comical R&B slow jam about a sock finding their match. It's just perfect, right? It shows you that you can literally create a song for any quirky thought or funny moment. It all just starts with that little spark.
And here's where it gets even more interesting. It's not just about what you can type. You can actually upload a photo, say one of your dog on a hike, and ask Gemini to write a song about that. It'll even create lyrics that fit the whole vibe of the picture. This thing can draw inspiration from all sorts of media, which makes it a really powerful creative partner.
So what's the magic behind the curtain here? What's making all of this possible? The technology driving this huge leap forward is Google's latest generative music model, and it's called Lyria 3. And Lyria 3 is a really big deal. For one, you don't have to write your own lyrics anymore. The AI handles that for you, based on what you ask for. You also get way more control over the final sound. You can tweak the style, the tempo, even the kind of vocals. And the music it creates is just, well, it's more realistic and musically complex.
This really puts the improvement into perspective. You know, older models were pretty rigid, they made you do a lot of the heavy lifting. Lyria 3, on the other hand, it automates the hard parts, which actually gives you more creative freedom. It's a huge shift from a limited tool to a flexible creative partner. Of course, with any powerful new AI tool like this, some big questions pop up. You know, questions about safety and ethics and what this all means. So let's take a look at how Google is trying to tackle the whole responsible side of this technology.
So to deal with this head-on, Google built in a really important safety feature. Every single piece of audio made by Gemini gets embedded with something called SynthID. You can think of it like an invisible digital watermark that clearly marks the audio as AI generated. It's a huge step for transparency.
And this is probably the #1 question on everybody's mind. When you have a tool this powerful, what's to stop someone from just saying, hey, make me a song that sounds exactly like my favorite artist?
Well, Google's answer is that the model is specifically designed not to do that. It's built to encourage original creativity. So, while you might be able to mention an artist to give it some stylistic inspiration, it has filters and safeguards in place to stop it from just creating a direct copy of a copyrighted song. So, after hearing all of that, you're probably wondering, okay, this sounds pretty cool. Can I try it out? Let's get into the practical side of things.
So, who gets access? The feature is rolling out right now to users who are 18 and up, and it's available in 8 different languages. You can use it on both the desktop version of Gemini and in the mobile app. And it's worth noting, if you're a paid subscriber, you'll get higher limits on how much you can create. And finally, I think it's really important to set the right expectation here. The point of this tool isn't really to produce the next Billboard #1 hit. It's about giving everyone a fun, fast, and completely new way to be creative, to share a joke with a friend, or to capture a memory in a totally unique way.
And that really leaves us with a huge, fascinating question to chew on. As these tools get better and easier for everyone to use, our whole definition of what it even means to be a creator is going to change. What does that future look like? I guess that's something we're all going to find out together.